Here come your defending Super Bowl champion, Seattle Seahawks!
On the Bears sideline, the head man, Benjamynn. His guys doing enough to stay in the conversation, 4-3 through 7 games. On the other side for the Seahawks, it's Mike McDonald. His guys ready to feed off the energy in this building as they try to win one in front of the home crowd. Set now to wrap up a busy week of football. Happy to have you with us. And, folks, we are underway on Monday Night Primetime. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
And I think if you ask most folks to give you their first half MVP, very likely they're going to say it's this man right here. The NFL's leader in touchdown passes to this point in the season. Still 2 months to go. But if he can keep going to the pace he's at, it's going to be a dangerous team come January, and he could very well walk away with the MVP.
Options galore here. Second and a few inches. They'll stay on the ground with Price. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Jackson Smith and Jigba. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Seahawks need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it was capped off by a Jackson Smith and Jigba touchdown catch. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage here by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Time for the Bears offense to take the field. Their QB, big strides in 2025, hoping to establish himself as one of the best in the league this season. The former Heisman winner, Caleb Williams.
The former #1 overall pick, he is truly becoming the Bears franchise quarterback that they've been seeking for a long, long time. Now, trying to get the 30 touchdown passes and 4,000 yards in a season, as well as getting to the Super Bowl.
Here's Williams. There's a short throw. It's caught by Couldnt. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. You talk about this Seahawk defense. It's quite a unit. #1 in the NFL against the pass.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the #1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, And that just opens up the passing game even more. They've got to do both.
Now they'll fake the jet sweep here and throw off play action. The numbers for him from a week ago, a boatload of catches, 52 yards and a touchdown.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Williams from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now. Back deep, Rashid Shaheed. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And this will be taken at the 13. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seahawks offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. He had the touchdown pass earlier, adding to his impressive season total as you take a look at the NFL leaders in touchdown passes at this point in the season. On 1st down, they'll start out with Price. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
That's good for a Seahawks 1st down.
Once again, it's Price. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. You look at this Bears defense. Against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
They spent the week at practice, and we know our rating's not that great. And we know we're facing the #1 passing team in the league. But there are some things that we can do to give ourselves a chance in this game.
And he's got Smith and Jigba. Now he breaks free in the middle of the field. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Jackson Smith and Jigba, his 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Seahawks are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And they are over 500 for the season, 4-3. They got back above 500 with a victory last week. And, Charles, you think this is a very important week for them, do you not?
I certainly do, because when you start to do the math, and yes, I'm using my fingers to count, If you're 4-4 at the midway point, let's say you're saying 10 wins is your cutoff line for a playoff berth. It's usually right around that number. A loss here, all of a sudden you've got to go 6-2 down the stretch just to reach 10 wins. That means this game is vital.
Play action. Now Williams. That's complete right side to Couldnt. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
A pickup of 2 yards. First down, Chicago.
Swift going to try up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. In motion goes Raymond. Throwing is Williams. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where
And the pressure gets to him again. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Flushed out right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
They're going to look to throw. There's a short one caught by Arroyo. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
And the Seahawks, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Give up the middle, Price. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
Shamar Turner on the
Here's 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the Bears' 18-yard
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. To the left side, taken in by Tyson. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. The extra point now coming from Myers. And it is now 21-0. A drive there of just 4 plays. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown.
Michael Dixon,
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bears offense and Caleb Williams set to go to work once more. And as you see on the graphic, he's right up there with the best in the league when it comes to throwing touchdowns. Currently 2nd in the NFL at this point of the season. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
To throw, Williams. Flush to his right. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Looking to throw is Williams. Pass caught right side by Loveland. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. They'll try it now with Swift. And he will have a 1st down as they get into the ground at the 37. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the 1st down.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. And that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10.
Well, you know they had a 3rd down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way, as he did there.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 1. He'll get this into the hands of the Dunze. And he will get enough for a 1st down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw, it's Williams. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now it's 2nd and 10. To the air, Williams. Open man is Raymond. He's got it. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Working out of the gun, Williams. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
And the Bears.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. Third down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out. But his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So they're back at the 7 now for 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw for it with Williams. And incomplete. They tried to drop it off, but he couldn't hold on.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Santos' kick is up and through. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. They'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
They'll drop the throw. And it's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Intended for Jackson.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Tyreek Stevenson on the coverage.
Looking to throw. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
At the 48-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Going up top for Kupp. And that is incomplete. Halftime here on Monday Night Primetime. It is off to Orlando we go. Here is Scott Hansen with our halftime report. Scott.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Lots to talk about from the weekend that was. This a fitting capper to a compelling week, so let's get after it. Our look at the NFL starts now. It begins in the mile-high city of Denver. The Broncos at home for an AFC West tilt against Kansas City. And it's the second-year man from UCF, R.J. Harvey. He's got the rock, he's got some room, he's got speed. 39 yards for the touchdown. The Broncos win this one by 11. From there, let's look in on the Colts and Jaguars from Everbank Stadium out in Duval. And this is Daniel Jones. He had a heck of a game. This, one of 2 touchdown passes. He also ran for a score. The Colts win their 4th straight as they get the victory here. Lastly, let's take a look at the impact player from Week 8. And the folks here in Orlando agree it's this man. And this is Teteroa McMillan. They put a lot of trust in him, and it's well placed. This, one of 3 touchdowns for him in the game. The Panthers get win number 2 as they take care of business in this one. And with that, a look here at the rest of the action in Week 8 around the NFL. In our game, it was JSN, Jackson, Smith, and Jigba with the fine first half. His guys looking to keep their unbeaten start to the season alive as we send it back out for the second half to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, thanks very much. And we welcome all of you back here on EA Sports for quarter number 3. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Bears offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he continues to be a nightmare for teams to defend in the red zone. You see the graphic. He's second in the NFL in terms of rushing touchdowns by a quarterback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Williams. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Benjamynn drops him for a loss of 10. And it's going to be 4th and long. Here comes the Bears punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And taken at the 46. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
It's a gain of 35. And the Seahawks, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. Elijah Arroyo with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And they open the lead up now to 25.
Bears 3. Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. The visitors' offense and running back DeAndre Swift headed back onto the field. And he's had his fair share of troubles in this one, unfortunately. This defensive front has wreaked havoc throughout the contest, and he hasn't been able to create enough space to make something positive happen to this point. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start by running the option to the right. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he's stopped in the backfield. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. In motion goes the tight end. 2nd and 14. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. There's a short one caught by Loveland. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Taken in at the 22. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Seahawks offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On play action, they'll throw. And complete to Smith-Njigba. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Flag comes out, and that's because the offense did not get the play off in time.
And you can see the head coach, he is not happy. Everyone getting away from him right now because he's frustrated that they didn't get the ball snapped in time.
Of course, that flag accepted, and it backs the ball up 5 yards.
Still 1st down.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Now back to throw. He'll get this to Price. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
That's another Seahawks 1st down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
They'll look to throw again. Oh, a nice catch by Cup. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 12-yard line.
That's another Seahawks first down. First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
19 Tiger.
They'll toss this right side to Price. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Bears' 7-yard line.
They'll go again here with Price. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. They'll run here with Price. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard
They'll look to
line.
run with Price. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal.
Come on.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away, no good. But that shouldn't matter a great deal as they still lead by a bundle here. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
So the completion gets him just a yard. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Bears on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. And he will not be able to hang on to the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. Taken from just outside the 30. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. Now the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. On 1st down, here's Price. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Going right back to Price. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Play clock down to 0, and that's going to be a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
That flag, that'll push him back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Ready? Panther 60, Panther 60.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The numbers throwing the ball have been great. He's up over 300 yards now for the game.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
This quarterback now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. An inside run with Price. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 62 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll stay with Price on the ground. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, now Myers for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was capped off by a Jackson Smith and Jigba touchdown catch.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. To throw, Williams. Throw caught by Raymond. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
And that will be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteeing he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. Pulled in at the 24. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Now the ball now going back over to the Seattle Seahawks offense. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset.
Ready, ready.
They'll run on 1st down with Price. Shifts by him. And now off to the races down the right side. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
The extra point now coming from Myers. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at triple zeros. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he will find his way forward to about the 23-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. Once again, it's Swift. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game.
26-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Now it looks like he'll throw here. He'll buy some time right. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
As our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
And his sensational season continues. That touchdown grab, number 20 for him on the year. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Seahawks, they continue to cruise as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile,